Welcome to the Plastic Surgery Secrets Talk, a podcast where we go behind the scenes of everything in the plastic surgery and aesthetics world. I'm Dr. Jeffrey Spiegel.
And I'm Dr. Onir from the Spiegel Center just outside of Boston. It's summer. It's officially here.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. And what does that mean?
What does summer mean to me? Summer means to me that, let me quickly do the math. August, September, October, November. It's 5 months to 6 months until I have to go with you skiing again. And it also means I don't have to put on a winter coat for at least 5 months. It means that everyone has plenty of time for their holiday shopping. That's for sure. I'm sure you're done already for all of my gifts.
Yeah.
And what else does summer mean? Summer is what I love. Summer is what we live for. Summer and fall here in New England. Although spring was pretty good this year, I must admit. So it's summertime. It's body time. Right? People are wearing less and less clothes when they're outside. Indoors, you got the air conditioning on probably. But less and less clothes, bearing midriffs, shoulders, V-cut shirts, bikinis. For men, Speedos in some cases, but at least bathing suits with the belly hanging over the edge. It's body season.
It's body season for sure. So, I mean, for most people, you would have already had to do your tummy tuck, your breast lift, your breast og, all that stuff.
Unless you like winter more than summer, in which case this is your time to be laying around.
That's very, very true. So if you're big into skiing, this is the time you're going to get your breast og and your tummy tuck and, your
look good in that
thighs.
jumpsuit.
Yeah, for sure. But there's still things you can still do this summer. I mean, it is only July 1st, so it's still early in the season. For small-breasted women, you can still get the body tight and pick up those, pick up the breasts, for example.
That's for sure. I even think that a breast augmentation can be done in the summer because while you have to wear kind of a supportive bra for a little while, that's not the end of the world, right? And
no, sure.
the bra doesn't cover yourself up. People will still see through the tighter clothing the change, and you'll still look good in a bathing suit for most of the summer.
And while we're talking on that part of the body, I always tell people, even though it's so funny because I am wearing a V-neck shirt right now, I always tell them, don't wear V-necks in the summer because you want to cover that beautiful décolleté, work so hard all year long with the IPL and the Morpheus and everything on the décolleté and the neck and obviously the face, but you've spent so much effort and money and everything on it. So you want to cover it up and keep it beautiful. So you are the only one that sees it when you take off, your shirt or whatever.
The heterosexual man in me disagrees with you, but the plastic surgeon, I guess, agrees. Can't we compromise and we put the sunscreen on that we talked about last month?
That's true. Well, don't forget your sunscreen. I mean,
Either
is
way,
July. You should be wearing sunscreen for
every
sure.
exposed part of your body. You're going to get enough vitamin D. People are always using that as their excuse. And the sunscreens are smooth. They disappear. They're tinted. They're nice. It's a good habit. Young people.
Sunscreen. Titanium and zinc oxide sunscreens.
That's right.
Get that physical protection for sure.
Right. All right. So let's talk about summertime things. Summer's about heat, right? But when you get on your bathing suit and you see a small patch of your body that's a little bit fuller than you want, not everywhere, but there's some areas that are problem areas, what are we doing?
Fat freezing is the way to go.
And you can do that in the summer.
And you can absolutely do that in the summer. It's better if you do it monthly. So every time you get under the fat freezing machine, it actually shrinks about 20% of your fat cells. So those fat cells actually die off because of the cold, and you circulate them through your body and you basically excrete them. They never come back. So fat cells can expand. So if you all of a sudden decide to go to binge eat or something like that, those fat cells can expand. But if you're maintaining the same diet, you will see shrinkage in that area wherever you get your fat freezing could be your thighs, your inner thighs, your outer thighs, the back handles, the front handles, the belly, under the chin. All of those areas are really good areas to get that fat freezing. And then on top of it, you can do some skin tightening like Morpheus, or if you go more aggressive with the body tight, you really can get beautiful results, and it's still good for this summer.
And fat freezing is a good suggestion because, like you said, there's no incisions, there's no bandages needed, there's no real change in sun protection. It's not like you need extra sun protection or extra products, for sure. And so that's a really good choice. Typically, what are you going to see after fat freezing? Like what could be something you'd see afterwards? Redness, right?
So you see redness. I mean, it's actually the area gets sucked into a machine. So you almost get like in the neck, it looks like a big, huge hickey, right? Oh. So you want to make sure that...
Badge of honor.
Yeah.
High school kids everywhere.
Yeah. So you want to, so you will see a little bit of like a bruise, that redness from the fat freezing.
Well, it fades pretty quickly in most cases.
Yeah, in most cases, in 99.9%, it fades really fast. In that occasional.
Yeah, there's always a rare chance of something sticking around, but almost always it fades, like you said. And then you mentioned Body Tight, and Body Tight is a great thing you can do in the summer. It's not zero downtime, of course. So what Body Tight is, for listeners or viewers who are not fully aware, the concept is with fat freezing, you're using cold to kill cells and shrink cells specifically where you want. And with the Body Tight, as you know, we're using radio frequency energy to melt fat cells. So it's almost like you're taking this wand and we're sculpting your body, and while the fat's being melted away, at the same time, your skin's getting tighter, so it's shrinking down.
It's a little bit like putting a bacon in the microwave, right? It just shrinks up.
That's right. This is something that we have to speak about from like knowledge of TV commercials, since we don't eat bacon. But yes, absolutely.
But the same idea works for if you're a smaller breasted woman and you want to keep the same size, meaning you're not looking to augment your breast, but you're looking to lift it up a little bit. That same concept of that wand working under your belly with a Body Tight, you can also use it for this area, the décolleté, just on the side of the décolletés, to lift the breast up, and that works really, really well.
That's right. So if you tighten the tissue above a smaller breast, it lifts up because the top contracts. And indeed, people get a very nice lift with that. It also works great on the back of the arms. Right. We do it a lot on the thighs. We get people who say, I want a thigh gap. That was a very prominent term for a while, where people didn't want their thighs touching, and they didn't want to be wearing a bathing suit and having their thighs rubbing against each other. And that's pretty easy and quick thing. It's not overnight, but it's pretty close. For a few days, you're going to want to wear a compressive garment, almost like Spanx, right? Yeah. Just to keep that skin really compressed. So, you need a week or two off from the beach, but then after that, you're ready to go.
Right. So again, if you're on winter team, this is the perfect thing to do during the summer, because during the winter, you're busy, you're skiing, you're ice skating.
And if you're in the summer team, as you know I am, then you can do it in the summer too, and all you do is a few days of taking it easy. You could do it on a Friday, miss one weekend, and wear your Spanx at work for a week, and then you're back to the beach the following weekend. It's really amazing. Right. And other areas we use it for, as you know, are the belly, the thighs, we mentioned the inner thighs, the outer thighs, the banana roll. People want to have a firm-looking tuchus, a firm-looking, butt. You can get at the very bottom where the butt rolls into the thigh and get rid of that. Yeah.
Well, the results you've been getting with butt augmentation, I mean, I know it's like summer, and I mean, that's another one actually to talk about, because that's a fast one with the butt augmentation to make that bikini look really nice. I know quite a few women who have had it done with you this past spring, and up until yesterday you did one of those, they're going to be walking on the beach really happy in this
Happier
summer. Yeah. So, I talked about that a little bit, the butt augmentation, because, we're talking about bikinis and it is summer and, I mean, it's good for all year round, but particularly in the
Well,
summer.
we worked on a specific formulation of biostimulating injectables, and that's pretty much all it is. We inject it into the butt, into the backside, in the areas where you need it. It could be by the hip dips, it could be in the top of the butt, it could be wherever you have like a flattened or sagging area. And it builds your own tissue. It's much, much safer than an implant, which people sometimes used to do. There's no stitches, and there's virtually no downtime. You can get this done, you go right home.
Yeah,
And,
it does away with cellulite too, because
can
it's
help
really
reduce cellulite too.
bite stimulation. And then if you feel like you still have some cellulite but a little bit more bulk to your butt, well then the Morpheus is a perfect area to go with that. I mean,
For tightening the skin.
Yeah, for tightening the skin in the cellulite area. Also, like a ton of knees we've been doing, because
And
I think
elbows.
people are thinking, okay, it's summertime, I'm wearing mini skirts, I'm wearing, shorter skirts, shorts. Fix up those knees, right?
That's exactly right. And a little bit that's relevant, I think, to people recognizing that there's more options.
Yeah.
You don't have to accept problems almost anywhere anymore. We can't make your feet smaller. Can't make your hands smaller yet. It's hard to do those kinds of things. But almost anything else, we have very powerful tools for adding and shrinking and changing shapes.
Right. Augmenting just about everything else.
So I think the point is to all this that for hot girl or hot boy summer, even though it is summer, it's still not too late. Belly fat, thigh fat, neck fat, bra fat, if your bikini is creating funny bulges or your camisole shirt creating funny bulges, we can address all of those areas with minimal downtime.
Right. So what is, the next question is, oh, wow, all these things you can still do during the summer and get quick recovery and still show off your beautiful results. What is it too late? Like, what's too late to do now?
Well, if you want to be out and about and wearing a bikini and have very minimal downtime, then like a full body, 360 tummy tuck, back tuck, breast dog, breast lift, you're going to have to be covered up and wearing some more significant clothing for 2-3 weeks. And that can be around here, half the summer.
Yeah.
So that's a long one. So these other quicker options are things you can do and still enjoy the summer. So if you're a winter person, or if you're the kind of person who wants to look good for your beach vacation in the winter, when you go to the real beaches instead of our beaches of Massachusetts, full of Canadians and people for whom this is the great beach, then it's the right choice.
So, good point. So if you're used to taking your beach vacation in February or around December, this is the time to do it. But also, like, maybe a facelift, do you think?
I think it's a fine time for any of those things. When people wonder if the sun is a problem, we have good sunscreens. You can wear a wide hat. You can take care of yourself. And with a facelift, the incisions are hidden around the ear. You can wear your hair in a way that it protects it. You can be responsible. And I think the season for surgery that is the best is the one where it's best for you. I don't think there are any limitations anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Something like really, really deep resurfacing lasers, you're going to need a lot of sun protection. So
you can wait with that.
You can wait with it, or you can decide it's worth it for me. Yeah. This is my best time.
And the one thing that I tell patients, because we're so used to thinking summers, you can't do lasers around here. So I think that that's still kind of true for IPL. You may not necessarily choose to do your IPL in the summer, so maybe hold that off. But the beautiful thing with Morpheus is that you can do it during the summer.
Right.
So I think that's
and that shows results quick.
Yeah,
and
something
of course,
to talk
Botox
about.
And fillers are seasonally irrelevant. Makes no difference.
Botox and fillers completely irrelevant for the season. Morpheus irrelevant for the season. So maybe stay away from like deep lasers or even IPL if you can hold off until September, October. You can hold off I always say, when I go through skincare routines and I talk a ton about hydrate your skin. I mean, all year round we should be hydrating. You can probably hold off on a moisturizer in the summer if you want to hold off on something. You can hold off on retinols in the summer if you...
Unless it's helping keep your collagen up. You just have to be careful with the sun.
You have to be careful with the sun. So that's what I'm saying. So, because always the question arises, well, what do you hold off in the summer? So that's what I would hold off. But everything else is pretty good to go.
We have protection. We have ways.
Right. Well, it is Secrets Talk of Plastic Surgery. So we
that was
have
the
to
secret.
give out some of the secrets, right? We got to expose and talk about the secrets, what to watch out from, what you can go all out for, if you've never done Botox and fillers, this is the time to do it because you're out and about and you want to look good.
And out for more hours. The days are longer.
Yeah. So this is the time to do your Botox and fillers. No sun sensitivity. And you can put your makeup right away.
Right,
so
on
you don't
top of
have
it. Same day.
to wait with the makeup, which you should probably wait with makeup with Morpheus.
Morpheus
right?
is probably 2 days.
Yeah. So
that's a consideration.
So that is a consideration.
Just a minor one, though.
Yeah. So that's really good to talk about that.
Awesome.
So July is all about your body, quick things. That's what everybody wants now, and it's we're going right into. Did I just say Memorial Day weekend? I meant to say 4th of July weekend, and it's. Gosh, Memorial Day weekend it feels like it was just yesterday, doesn't it?
I know, it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're going
here we
glamping.
Yeah.
For people, if people are curious, we're going glamping. We'll tell you all about it next time.
And we're going to be doing some yoga, which is really awesome. I'm really
Glamping
excited
and
about
yoga
that.
and homemade granola and real hipster kind of stuff.
Yeah. So actually talk about yoga. What I always tell my patients is people think that after you do Botox and fillers, usually say 24 hours, 48 hours, just kind of slow down, not heavy exercise. So the first thing they say, oh, yeah, I got it. I don't even do real, exercise. I just do a lot of yoga. I'm like, whoa. That's the number one thing to watch out from is yoga after your Botox. So good thing I didn't get any Botox this weekend.
It depends how you. It depends how you do your yoga. If you're just sitting there doing child's pose, maybe it's okay. If you want to know where we go glamping, send us a message. We'll be glad to explain it. It's an awesome, awesome place.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Looking forward to the 4th.
Yeah. So thank you for listening to Plastic Surgery Secrets Talk.
If you like what you heard and you want to get in contact with us, you can call 617-566-3223, 566-FACE on the phone with numbers and names. Or you can email us at info@drspiegel.com and follow us on all of our social media at Dr. Spiegel, I before E. See you next time.